Hi, my name is Atinuke. Thanks for joining me again, and this is TinuTalks. Today we have an interesting topic, a subject to talk about, but before I delve into the topic of today, have you subscribed? If you haven't, click the subscribe button. And for all our subscribers, I want to say thank you for your feedback, your comments on all our previous uploads. Today we are going to be talking about an interesting subject. I don't know how to say I'm titling this, but it is actually talking about ways to get along with some peculiar people. I would say some people might say they're annoying, but wherever you have a bunch of people, definitely we have different personalities, people with different backgrounds, people with different forms or expression of themselves, and you are bound to have different people that possibly you're not too keen to relate to, but they are necessary and they are who they are, and we just need to love them for who they are and learn to manage them. And we are going to be talking about 6 of those kind of people. They are at your workplace, but particularly I'm going to be referring to those that are at your workplace. But these same principles or ways of relating or managing such relationships spans across not just workplace. Maybe you have small groups that you can have these people. So number 1, I want to talk about the people called the Chatterbox. So maybe I'll tag this video, the best ways to get along with situational people or colleagues. Situational. I don't want to give them any negative label. Situation. They're just. And the number 1 is Chatterbox. Chatterbox is that very socialite person, interesting person, somebody you actually want to be around. When you want your mood to be brighten up or liven up, you want to be around such people, but they tend to overdo it, it seems, because they are all talking all the time. There is always something they must have an opinion about, so they are always talking. And when you're working, you don't want that kind of person around you too often, because they might distract you. And sometimes not just distracting, they might totally take you off course, and they can appear to be annoying sometimes. So how do you deal with such people without annoying them, without offending them, and at the same time without making them feel they are unwanted, because you don't really want to pass any negative vibes across to anybody? Such people, you just find a way to tell them it's not about them, that maybe the person has been around you and you want to work and you cannot obviously work with the way that person is just chattering. You just tell them that, it seems this discussion is affecting make it look as if it is you that the thing is not affecting, not that they are the one talking too much. I hope you get that. Not that they are the one talking too much, but it's kind of not allowing you to, and you say it in a polite, nice manner, that maybe it's actually Mr. Spice, that Mr. Spice, if you do not mind, I think I'm not going to meet the deadline for this assignment or this work that I'm going. Do you mind us catching up on this? I love this gist, but can we do a lunch during this week or next week? I would really love to hear all of these things. That is a tactical way of letting that person know that we need to defer this discussion. Yes, I hope you have learned something on how you can deal with that Chatterbox. Yeah, the number 2 is the gossip. I can't find another English, I'm afraid, to use to describe this. Is the gossip. That is the person that has all the news in the office. the person that has all the news in their community, could be a church, wherever. They're kind of up to date. I would say they are the people that they always have the news flash, I would say. But as much as such people, they can sometimes be overbearing, especially when you must always have something to say about people, if it is about situations or about things. Because the tricky thing about people like that and the information they actually carry around is that those information sometimes have elements of truth. I don't want to say half truth because I can't measure. Sometimes it's actually the absolute truth. But you don't want to encourage such a person to always come to you all the time. So if there are things about maybe your organization, your community group, or that small group, encourage that person that when the person is always bringing that news, encourage that person when the person is saying, oh, have you heard about XYZ? This is what is happening. This is the new policy that's been made. You can, if there's a problem with what he or she is telling you, you can respond appropriately by telling that person, oh, what do you think is the solution? Can we provide a solution to this thing? So that the person sees you not as a news carrier, or that the person that, oh, she's actually shared that news, and he or she expects you to go on carrying that news. At least you've gotten that. And go ahead, both of you, to brainstorm and find a solution. And if it's something that you cannot, you could actually stop that person by saying, oh, really? Is that it's going on, or what's been said? I think I want to think about it and think about solution. Or what do you think? Give me some time to think about solution. You have stopped that person from elaborating further. And sometimes such people might come discussing people. The best way to actually respond to such people is to tell them, I'm not comfortable talking about these people. I'm not comfortable talking about people, especially behind them, because I don't want a situation in which it results to gossip. Just tell them it's not about them carrying the news, that you are not comfortable talking about them. And also, don't be a carrier of whatever that gossip always bring to you. There's still some situational workers that I'm going to, but I can't finish it in this video. So subscribe if you haven't subscribed, and if you are subscribed, share this video and see me in the next one, because we're going to continue this conversation. See you in the next one. Bye.